Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. We're coming to you from Evergreen Park, the world headquarters of my guest tonight. I'm here with Sean and Jake and Taryn and Chuck of the Midnight Calls. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Great.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for letting me come into your practice studio and get a chance to meet you guys up front. You guys are coming off a brand new single and a show coming up Friday. How you guys feeling off that new single, which is Objectophilia? Check that one out.
Feeling great, man. Looking for to the show on Saturday. A couple more hometown shows before you hit the road to Spain. So everybody's feeling good. New album coming out. So new material, everything.
Yeah, we're happy with what the single is doing. It's our first song with Jake on guitar, and we hadn't released anything for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about time to release a new song. And it's the first one coming out that will be on our next album that is getting mixed right now. So pretty stoked about that.
What's the name of that album going to be?
Dos,
Dos.
which
Gotcha.
is two in Spanish.
Yeah. Thank you for.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I love Dos Equis. Now I know why there's two red X's on that
Yep.
bottle.
Makes total sense.
Well, I'm excited for you guys, and can't wait to hear Dos. So let's dig into your musical genealogy. Let's say, Sean, where were you born? Where'd you grow up, and what schools did you go to?
South suburbs of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Went to St. Lawrence High School, even though my family's not Catholic. They didn't want me to go to another
St.
school.
Lawrence Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, you got to read a guy over there. I don't even know how he got in the band, to
So
tell you the
we got-
truth.
we got some
Yeah, there you
going
go.
on
Yeah, just grew up on the south side, playing all over the place,
Yeah.
doing everything,
Yeah. So when you were a kid, was there any musical influences in your house? Was it brothers or sisters? How did you first pick up an instrument?
You know what? My mom's been teaching piano longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
So I started playing piano when I was 4 years old,
Mhm.
switched to acoustic guitar at about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then I decided to play bass because nobody played bass. Now there's more bass players than there are guitar players. As far as influences, 80s stuff, I was into not 80s hair metal, but like Maiden, Priest,
Yeah.
everything like that. Growing up, though, I mean, regular rotation in our house was Stevie Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
Motown stuff.
Mm.
So all that Jamerson, Donald Duck, Don, and then John Paul Jones from Zeppelin. That's where all my influences come from.
Donald
Great.
Duck?
Donald Duck Dunn.
Donald Duck? I had no clue.
Memphis,
All right.
one of the best.
Mhm.
All right.
How about you, Jake? What was it like growing up in your house? Any musical influences that you drew from?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, my old man's been a drummer forever, like
Yeah.
my whole life. I remember going to see him when I was a kid, and he's obviously a huge influence on my playing and
Yeah.
like the bands I like and stuff. He was the dude who introduced me to Jeff Beck and all
Yeah.
sorts of great players. So
Yeah.
we owe it all to Bo.
Other than your brother, any other family members that are in the family playing instruments other than you and your dad? And your
Just
brother?
us,
Yeah.
just
Gotcha.
us so far.
Got to see you guys play just 2 weeks ago, and man, it was a great time. Really was.
You're too kind, man. Thank you.
Hey, Taryn, how about you? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? And
Well, I grew up in Spain, and I moved here when I was 24,
Mhm.
back in 98.
Mhm.
And there was no musical people in my house.
Mhm.
It was my older brother. He's a couple years older than me. And we started listening to American and British bands like Iron Maiden and
Yeah.
Deep Purple. And then we spent a lot of time listening to Bon Jovi because he was one of his favorite bands. And that's where I get my sense of writing hooks and harmonies for melodies. I think I take that from Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi.
There you go.
Although people don't like to quote them as their influences, they're one of mine. And we started the band when I was I think I was 14.
Mhm.
And he could play drums, and he started picking up the classic guitar.
Uh-huh.
But we had a friend that was fast on the guitar, and another one that was slow on the guitar, so we gave him a bass.
Yeah.
I couldn't play at all, so I had to be the singer, and that's how I started. So there was no real influence around me other
Gotcha.
than my brother and I trying to discover music.
Yeah. So you have so your brother is also with you on that musical journey, so to say. Yeah. Hey, Chuck, how about you, brother?
I grew up in Bridgeport, and I went to St. Rita High School,
Mhm.
and I grew up listening to Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin and a lot of soul stuff.
Mhm.
And I didn't start playing until I was 17, so
Mhm.
I kind of was at it a little bit later than a lot of people.
Mhm.
And then I just always felt the need to. I always felt like I was behind
Mhm.
because all my friends have really been playing in bands for like 6, 7 years. So I think that kind of made me work harder, actually, in some weird way.
Mhm. So, of you four guys, who were the first two, let's say, to get together and collaborate?
It was me and Adam. Adam is our other guitar player.
That's right. I forgot to mention Adam.
He-
Very integral part of the
Yeah,
band.
he's been living in Vienna for a couple of years.
Yes.
So when he's in town, he plays with us, and when we go on tour to Europe, he plays with us too, and we kind of write remotely. But it was him and I that started the band. We were playing in an AC/DC tribute together, and I knew of him because he. I've seen him play live with his band, the Las Vegas, and he also plays in Warrior Soul and other bands. And
Loudmouth, I think. he's had some Philly-
Tony, our previous guitar player, was in
Oh
Loudmouth.
yeah. Okay. Sorry about
So I asked him if he wanted to write some music, and I kept nagging him and Tony, but Adam was the one that said, "Okay, let's write some stuff." And he wasn't sending me anything. I sent him some stuff. He liked the way I wrote, and that's how we started. And then we did a show with a couple of friends filling in because we got a gig at Reggie's opening for the singer of the Las Vegas band from LA. Because they're friends, so we had to put the band together. So the first show was a couple of friends playing, Hugo and Igor, and then after that we brought in Chuck and Sean. And just recently, Jake, about I want to say like about 9 months ago in August, he came in replacing Tony on guitar.
Yeah, I was going to ask the next question about the fact that everybody in the band seems to write, but from what I understand, if the music comes, you're the lyric guy. They'll bring the music to you. Can you talk to that?
Actually, it's kind of weird because this is one of the first situations where a lot of the songs I bring to the band. Normally, it's the guitarist or the band builds something and I write over it and cut and paste and arrange things. And this time it's more at least half the songs come from me. I give it to the band and they arrange the things.
Okay,
to what I wrote. So there's a lot of that, and there's also things that Tony and when he was in the band or Adam send me, and then I write over it and I do like a little demo and send it to everybody, and then they write their parts. We change parts. Chuck and Sean come up with ideas for different rhythms under everything. But it feels like it's an organic thing that we all do together. So that's why we give credit to all 5 members.
I'd say Tehran brings the meat and potatoes, the bones to the table. Then we all throw in our seasoning, our spices, sort of mix it around and try to, like you said, it comes up organically and just try to put our own spin on it and roll from there.
Anything else to add about Adam since he can't be here to talk in person?
Now's your chance to really.
Well, we were thinking of replacing him. I'm joking. We love Adam.
Yes.
We're looking forward to seeing him on the European tour of Spain, and great guy.
Jake, what's it like you joining the band? What was it like? Had you been a fan of the band before joining them?
We played with them. My original band, my other band, played with them at Austin, and they were fantastic. They were dope. So it's been a really cool ride so far. Really looking forward to the tour. Really enjoyed the process of making this album. It was a lot of fun. It felt like stuff was coming easy. It was awesome. Yeah. So far, awesome, man. So Spain, they're coming to see you. The guys right here are coming to Spain with Adam also, right?
Correct.
So tell us about how the Spain tour came about and how you're feeling about that.
Tehran can take that one.
Well, we did play in Spain last year, and that was more of let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Adam had some contacts from previous experiences with the Las Vegas, and I had some contacts from when I was in bands there. So we kind of DIY'd the whole thing, booked it ourselves remotely. And while we were there, a couple of the gigs that we did through this promotion company called Estraro, which is from northern Spain. And we hooked up with them for this next tour. So they took care of all the booking and all that. So we're moving on up in the Spanish ladder. So that's how it came about. It looks like this time is going to be some different regions. Some of them are going to be the same, but it looks like we may make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Whether last year we didn't make any, so it's going good. Yeah.
Do you know how many dates are scheduled for that trip yet?
We are doing 10 shows in 11 days.
Wow. That's
if my
awesome.
voice survives.
I've talked to some other bands that have been to Spain and asked them, hey, what are the crowds like? And I've heard, hey, the crowds are the same. People love music. They say the only difference is when you walk out of a place, you're looking at 13th century, architecture. So, what was it like for you guys that went to Spain on the last trip?
The thing I would say about that is that it's not the same.
Yes.
And I thought the crowds there were amazing, quite frankly.
Okay.
And one of the biggest differences is the men are the first ones on the dance floor dancing.
Okay.
And where here, the women dance, then the men will come up. But there, like the dudes are out there and they're getting down. And every show that we played everyone was really amazing and really fun. And I can't wait to go back. It's so exciting.
Yeah, I think that the crowds are a bit more hardcore about the rock and roll because they don't have as much. Here you turn a corner and there's a band playing your art, right? Yeah. And over there, you kind of have to look for it. So there's like these underground networks of people our age and younger that are into rock and roll, and they seek these little venues instead of there being like 20 venues in the city for metal and rock and punk and that kind of music. Maybe there's one.
Yes.
So there's enough of that underground crowd to support it, and they're really into the music. Yeah. And if you see video of us playing there, people are jumping up and down, and that's because it's something that they treasure because they don't have that much as we do here, right? But here you go to a show and people enjoy the show like this, and then they clap and go woo, right? So it's a different way of approaching the experience as an audience member. So I think like Chuck is saying, men are into it because they're the ones not necessarily, but historically men are the ones that follow.
I like to dance, but you're right. Even me, I'll wait till somebody else gets out there.
So sometimes some bands are sausage parties, Slayer and Rush, and So
I think it helps. I think they want to see some American rock and roll. So there's the difference between the two. I think it helps. Terren's sort of our medium or translator. He'll be on stage and we have no idea what the hell he's saying, but the people seem to laugh. He might be saying bad shit about us. I don't know, but it seems to work good, So
one out of every 10.
It's good. It can commute them in their own language. So,
are they the type of fans who want to get your autograph and that kind of stuff? Are they somewhat rabid, or just there to absorb the music, kind of?
They like getting merch signed. They hang out. Once the show's over, nobody's going anywhere. Cool. So it's a cool hang after the show and getting to know people. And the language barrier doesn't matter. You're all there for the spirit of rock and roll, and you can just feel it. You feel the love.
So let's talk about the new work in progress. We talked about the single Objectophilia, and that's a jam, by the way. Tell us a little bit more about what else we can expect from the album, what the name is, and all that kind of stuff.
I'll leave that to Terren too.
Seems like every song. The question is for me, man. So we decided just recently to call it Dos. We were just going to give it the same name as the first one, which is The Midnight Calls. But we agreed that it may cause some confusion. So we thought it was like a kind of witty way of saying this is the second album. Because you could give it the year, but then you're dating yourself. So when you want to get label interest and maybe they'll release it eventually on a different year. So you cannot call it 2026 or something like that. We couldn't come up with a good idea for a name, so we called it Two, which is Dos in Spanish. But we recorded it in a different place. We recorded it with our buddy Tony Mayera in his studio in Westchester. And it's getting mixed by Mike Hagler and in Chicago. What's the name of the studio? King Size Studios. He's worked with people like the Wacko Brothers and Wilco and the Tossers and a bunch of others. And the experience was quicker. I think it sounds rawer than the first one. There's less tracks in there. Jake would show up, and instead of trying the tones for half an hour, I like that. Maybe I would say, can you give it a little more distortion? And that's it. And then he would play the song, and he'd be done.
One take, Jake.
So we like that it sounds rawer. The drums are louder. I think it's going to sound more present, as you can
Yeah.
tell on the Objectophilia song. Is one of our heaviest, and
Mhm.
we've been playing it since our very first show.
Yeah.
But the approach to the sound is kind of like more like meat and potatoes, AC/DC, less keyboard, less arrangements, less acoustic guitars. Although there's some songs with acoustic guitars in them, but less stuff, make it more basic and make it a little louder.
Yeah. Will some of these songs be making their live debut on Saturday night, or have you performed some of these songs from the upcoming album live already?
Not this Saturday,
Not
but
this
they will be coming out of the box when the album's released.
Gotcha.
We got them down. The album runs the gamut, you know,
Mhm.
from haunting sort of melodies to, like Teron said, straight up rock and roll
Yeah.
to hooks and blues based stuff all in between.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Well, I'm old school, so I like to listen to albums from first song to the last song, all 50 minutes, whatever, you know, even if, I like listening to all. So,
bands put them in an order for a reason.
Yeah.
that first song, kind of gets you. But sometimes I wonder, because I just got a Joel Holzer album and I like the 10th of the 11th song. And I'm wondering if people say, well, at least he listened all the way to the 10th song.
There you go.
And of course, Joel Holzer's a god, but I definitely dig into them. So Saturday show. And just to recap Saturday show for people that might watch this video between now and Saturday is where and when?
Liars Club.
In Chicago.
Yes. Handcuffs 9 p.m., Cosmic Kicks 10 p.m. We hit at 11 p.m.
Sounds great. So if you're in Chicago and you do see this video between now and Saturday, get out there. Who knows? Maybe I'll get out there. But, yeah. So, what is kind of, I know we're living in this beautiful moment right now with the release, and is there something else on your musical ladder of aspirations, whether it be individually or collectively? Some other rung on the ladder that you guys might be reaching for. Again, I know we're living in this beautiful moment right now in release, but are there some other things you'd like to do in your musical career yet?
I always want to move forward, onward and upward.
Mhm.
I mean, I think at this point, we just want to get as much of our music out to the people for them to enjoy
Yes.
it and get what we're about and let it organically build, without having to go through a huge propaganda machine or something like that. Let people dig into it, let them share it.
Mhm.
And we just want to write what we want to write. I don't want no boundaries or no
Mhm.
limits on that. Do what comes from our
Yeah.
souls, the essence of the band.
Yeah, the key word's organic. That's what we all want in out of our musicians and the fans too. The fans need to appreciate it, because without the fan base paying, But anyway, so let's fast forward now. I got a couple hypothetical fun questions, where we could just kind of relax. It's one for each one of you guys. But if there was any one single room, whether that room still exists, it might not happen to be a room. It could be a shed, arena, whatever, that you've never played in, that you wish you could be up there playing in one day. What would that room or place be? I'd like to ask each one of you guys.
The amphitheater.
Okay.
I never got to play there.
I've only been there twice.
I saw my first concert there, Rush, in
Yeah.
'79. I think I was like 13 or
Yeah.
14. And I mean, I grew up 3 blocks
Yeah,
from there,
right there.
and I loved that place.
Yeah.
And sadly, I'll never get to play there, but that's a place that I always loved.
I gotta admit, I only saw 2 concerts there, and I'm getting chills. But I saw the Who and Yes,
Well, that's a
Yes
pretty
in,
good,
in the round.
pretty good
So
combo there.
wow,
around,
yeah,
too.
yeah. So I'm with you on that. That would be tits. But anyway, how about you,
Oh,
Aaron?
I've never played the Metro,
Okay.
so it would be nice to play the Metro, but
Mhm.
I would ask for the Hammersmith Odeon, probably. because
There you
of,
go.
Everybody and their mom used to record a live album there.
Sure.
We wonder how that venue is. Why is everybody recording there? Why is the live album from Motorhead recorded there, or the one
Yeah.
from Saxon, or all these bands, right? Maiden recorded a video there that never got released because the video quality wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So I would like to play it because just
Yeah.
the same with Budokan in Japan. But I would go with Hammersmith.
Well, that was going
Odeon.
to be one of my
I
answers.
had
So.
that answer from Ronnie Monroe Monday. He
Did
wanted to
you?
play
By Budokan, yeah.
How about you, Jake? What would be your back place?
That's a tough one, man. Like, my favorite venue in all of Chicago that I've been to so far is totally the Chicago Theater.
Okay.
I'd
Wow.
love anything there, man.
Yeah.
Anything. I played Triangle in the Chicago Theater, man.
You know, I had
Just to
somebody
stand up
say
on
I
stage.
played a nobody if I was. I think it was Sean McKee says there was nobody there. I played.
Mhm.
How about you?
I thought you were going to answer Red Rocks.
That
That would have
You know,
been
that
a
would've
Jake
been
dope, too,
That's
man.
the most popular answer by far.
Red Rocks,
is the
yeah.
most
That'd be a
popular
Jake answer.
that everybody have asked.
I thought he was going to say Liars Club.
Oh, there you
Your
go.
dreams are going to come true Saturday night.
Yeah.
How about you, Sean?
Aragon.
Okay.
Aragon was scheduled to play there one time, and the bill got switched. But man, I've seen so many shows there, and it's
Yeah.
such just a
Yeah.
crazy rock and roll mecca, you know. So
It is.
Aragon Ballroom would be that.
All right. Another hypothetical question. If you could take another performer's place for a whole weekend, you could be them on and off stage, or nudge somebody out of a band and take their place and sit in with that band for a whole weekend,
Cutthroat.
who would that be?
Who wants to start?
That person could be dead or alive.
I've had
by the way.
that thought many
Yeah.
times, but since I'm a singer,
Uh-huh.
like I would like to not replace Ian Gillan in Deep Purple, but just stand on stage while he's singing and maybe he'll let me sing, you know, because, you know, I would have to replace my hero. So,
You're the second singer in a row that said Ian Gillan.
Yeah.
Wow.
so if it was, if I don't know, I wouldn't like to replace anybody that are my heroes.
Right.
It's just
Right.
like, I would like, sit in with them. I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
singing. Just give me a microphone and the congas that don't have any mics, and I'll just sing back up the whole night.
Oh,
You know,
How about you, Chuck?
It's so hard because when you think about it and you go, oh man, you know, I'd love to do it with this, but then it's like, oh, but then that's like my hero. Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't want to play in the Police because I want to watch Stuart Copeland play, you know. And yeah, that's a very difficult question. I mean, I love Calexico. That's one of my favorite bands, and but then I love Joey, who's the drummer in that band, and so you know that's a tough one. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really interesting question. But
Yeah,
I don't.
you'd be the second person that said Stuart Copeland, by the way. So
Yeah.
how about you, Sean?
Love to be John Paul Jones for a weekend. I mean, that's where it all comes from for me.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, I'd just like to be a fly on the wall for all those Beatles sessions, just
Oh man.
hanging out. You know, just watching McCartney do his thing and let that whole thing.
Yeah.
That'd be my answer.
Yeah. Hey, Jake, what about you?
Oh man, that's such a tough question. Is it like Space Jam rules where I touch their guitar and I like absorb the talent?
It
No.
could be it could be any magical moment or place that you wish you could place yourself in.
Oh man, I would love to play in like any bluegrass band. I'm obsessed with
All
bluegrass music lately, man. So Billy Strings, you know, if I get the Space Jam
Yeah.
rules, touch the guitar, absorb the talent.
That would be cool.
Couldn't fill those shoes right now, but maybe someday.
Yeah.
He also wants to be a stand-up comedian, so maybe Steve Martin. a little
Exactly.
bit.
Exactly.
You got some time before you have to transition into that, hopefully. Yeah. You know, let's talk about how everybody can follow the Midnight Calls. So tell us about all your platforms, you know, how to keep up with you. And again, not to be redundant, what you have coming up in terms of performances.
Well, our website is themidnightcalls.com. And there's links to our Spotify and our iTunes and our Tidal and our Facebook and our Instagram. Locally, we're more active on Facebook than on Instagram. Instagram is more for like bigger things, like if it's like just announcing shows or singles coming out or something. On Facebook, we're a little bit more active with the local stuff, with responding to stuff and checking out other people's bands and content and stuff. But if you want like a press kit or pictures or logos, you go to themidnightcalls.com and it's a link to all of our.
The Midnight Calls, by the way. Oh, and by the way, if you guys follow my page, you probably noticed my cover photo is the marquee at Austin, the Midnight Calls. So I've got 780 followers, and they see the Midnight Calls every time I log on.
Beautiful.
Log onto my page, and when I was trying to find in just my gallery of photos, when I decided to make this thing, I mean, what accentuates you know live music, and that photo in my gallery of all my pictures, I said the Midnight Calls, because to me that says something. I'm, you know, if you're a night owl, I mean, I don't know the history, but Midnight calls. Hey, listen, if you're a night owl, the midnight is calling, and if
Yeah.
there's music associated, man, you're talking good times. So,
You never know. It could be that ex-girlfriend making that psycho one making that midnight call, and you just don't want to pick up
midnight
that
call,
phone.
AK drunk text. It has many meanings.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yeah,
But-
Toronto will never tell us the meaning. He came up with it, but he's like, leave it to your own mind. He's
Well,
got some
I
meaning
came up
stuff.
with 3 names
Okay.
for Adam and Tony at the moment to pick. Just pick one of these. I'm happy with all these 3. Pick one, and they
Yeah.
both went for that one.
Yeah,
'Cause I think it's very rock and roll.
I like it.
'Cause rock
Again.
and roll is a night animal, you know. And I had in mind maybe the song "Dirty Deeds"
Yeah.
and all those calls that Bon
Yeah.
Scott talks about. And
Yeah.
I can imagine any of those calls being at 9 a.m. or even 2 p.m. They're all late at night, and also midnight is the witching hour, and nothing good happens after
Yeah.
midnight. So
Again,
if you receive a call at midnight or right after, it's probably bad news or sex
Yes.
or drugs. Or, you know.
Well, what my testament to the name is the fact that it's on my page.
There you
I
go.
got it.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, hey, everybody, this is going to wrap up this 37th edition of the Hometown Musician Spotlight. I'm so happy I get to spend time with people from Chicagoland and Spain. I'm getting to meet new people all the time. But thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you giving me the time. And until next time, peace, everybody.
Peace.